have these matching crocheted verses on our wall that a lady gave to us. They got different colors on them. We went to different high schools. We both moved away from the town where this lady was, and but she sent us these crocheted verses, these cool little things to put up on our wall when we graduated. And the verse on it was so perfect for that situation. Such a great verse. It's been one of my favorites ever since I got that. It's been hanging on my wall for like 20 years now. That didn't feel good to say. But Joshua 1:9 is what's on there. It says, "Be strong and courageous because the Lord your God goes with you wherever you may go." And that's an idea that gets stated a lot throughout the book of Joshua. This idea of they were supposed to be brave and strong and courageous. They weren't supposed to be afraid or intimidated, even though they were coming up against much larger groups of people at times. And sometimes we make the mistake when we read those things. We only read the first part of that. Be strong and courageous. All right, God wants me to brave. God wants me to be strong. I'm just supposed to suck it up, to get this done. And we skip the reason that we aren't afraid. We skip the reason that we can be strong and courageous because it isn't about us. He says, be strong and courageous because the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. It's because God is with us that we can be that way. You know, there's so many incredible things that happen in the book of Joshua as you read this week that you'll see. Just awesome things, you know. I mean, there's the parting of the Jordan River that we'll talk about another day this week. There's the Battle of Jericho that most of us know so well. This crazy battle strategy. Only God could make this happen. There's the battle where God makes the sun stop and stand still in the sky so that Joshua can keep fighting and win this battle. And around the same time, God sends hailstones down. This army is fleeing away from the Israelites, right? And God sends hailstones down to take some out. It says that the hailstones killed more soldiers than the Israelite swords did. You know, he does all these things, and he promises the people that he's going to drive out all the people they're going to come against. He'll drive them out ahead of you. And Joshua, the very end of his life, reminds them every promise the Lord made, he kept. That's what our God does. He keeps his promises. He keeps his word. He always does. He kept all his promises to Joshua and the people. Here in the book of Joshua, we read these incredible stories of God keeping his promises. He keeps his promises to us too. When he promises that he'll never leave us, that he'll never forsake us, when he promises that he has a plan for our life, that he's always working for the good of those who love him, when he promises that he'll be with us to the very end, all those things that God promises us, he's going to keep those too. And as you're reading this week and you read through Joshua and you see these incredible things that God does, he tells people, I'm going to do this, and then he does it. Take heart in that. Take courage from that, because we can trust God's promises just as much as Joshua and the people did. We can see God come through in amazing ways, just like they did. That's such an incredible thing about our God. He keeps his promises. He keeps his word. That's what allows us to be strong and courageous. It's not us. It's because we have a God that's always going to be there, a God who's always going to go wherever we go, and he's going to keep his promises. Love you guys.